In the highland forests, where stone and root shape the terrain, life moves quietly and often unseen. Here, survival depends not only on strength, but on awareness. Among these shifting shadows lives a creature rarely observed in the wild, a species known in ancient records, yet never fully understood. We call it Lucario, but this individual is something more. This is LUCEN. At first light, the forest begins to wake. Moisture clings to the ground, and a thin mist settles between the trees. Hidden among the rocks, LUCEN rests. Its breathing is slow, controlled, almost imperceptible. Every muscle relaxed, yet ready. Even in sleep, awareness never fully fades. A subtle movement of the ears, a shift in posture. The forest is never silent, and neither is the mind of a predator. As the first rays of sunlight reach the valley floor, LUCEN stirs. Eyes open gradually, focused, alert. There is no confusion here, no hesitation, only transition from stillness to motion. Rising from its resting place, LUCEN stretches. Muscles extend beneath dense fur, every movement deliberate, every action efficient. This is a body shaped not for display, but for survival. The morning begins with observation, not movement, not action, but awareness. LUCEN moves through the forest slowly, each step placed with precision. Leaves shift beneath its weight, but never loudly. The ground responds, but does not betray it. At the edge of a clearing, it pauses, head slightly raised, ears forward, listening. The forest speaks in patterns, wind through branches, insects in motion, distant movement in the undergrowth, and within that pattern, anything unusual stands out. LUCEN lowers its head and approaches water. A narrow stream cuts through the valley, clean, cold, constant. It drinks carefully, not rushed, not distracted, every movement controlled. Ripples spread across the surface, distorting its reflection. For a brief moment, predator and environment become one image. Nearby, the forest shifts, not violently, but enough to be noticed. LUCEN lifts its head, water drips from its muzzle. The body freezes, only the eyes move. Something is out there, not yet seen, but already understood. Moments pass. Nothing emerges, but the information is stored, the location remembered, the pattern updated. This is how LUCEN survives, not through constant action, but through constant awareness. Later, in a shaded part of the forest, behavior changes. The urgency fades, the tension softens. LUCEN sits and begins to groom. This is not idle behavior, it is maintenance, precision care of fur, of claws, of movement. Every strand of fur carries information, scent, moisture, damage. Clean fur means control, and control means survival. But LUCEN is not alone. In the distance, movement, familiar, non-threatening, other members of the species, smaller, younger, less experienced. They approach carefully, not out of fear, but respect. LUCEN does not react immediately. It watches, evaluates, recognizes. Then it allows them closer. The interaction is subtle, a shift in posture, a slight lowering of the head, permission without words. The younger Lucario move around it, observing, learning, testing boundaries. One approaches closer, too close, LUCEN responds, gently, a controlled movement, a slight push, not aggressive, but clear. There is structure here, hierarchy, understanding. This is not a group formed by chance. This is a system. As the day progresses, the forest changes. Light becomes harsher, shadows sharper, movement more visible, and with visibility comes risk. LUCEN moves again, this time with purpose. The body lowers, steps become slower, more precise. This is no longer exploration. This is a hunt. In the distance, a small group grazes, unaware, unfocused, safe for now. LUCEN watches, not moving, not rushing. Timing is everything. The wind shifts just slightly, and LUCEN adjusts, one step forward, then another. The grass bends but does not break. The ground shifts but does not sound. Every movement is calculated, every second controlled. Then, explosion, a speed of light, power released instantly. The forest reacts, birds scatter, dust rises, the ground trembles beneath impact. The herd breaks, chaos replaces calm. But LUCEN does not chase blindly. It tracks, predicts, adjusts. This is not instinct alone. This is intelligence. Yet, not every hunt succeeds. The distance increases, the opportunity fades, and just as quickly as it began, it ends. LUCEN slows, breathing deepens, the body lowers again. No frustration, no wasted energy, only acceptance. Because survival is not about one moment, it is about the next one.
The rain begins without warning. At first, only a few drops, barely noticeable against the forest floor. But for LUCEN, even this change matters. The wind shifts direction. The scent of the valley alters. Sound travels differently. LUCEN pauses, head raised slightly, listening, not just to noise, but to change. As the rain intensifies, the environment transforms. Dust becomes mud, surfaces darken, movement becomes heavier. For many species, this is a moment of retreat, but LUCEN adapts. Each step becomes more deliberate. The ground responds differently now, less stable, less predictable. Water begins to gather along the fur. Individual strands clump together. Weight increases, but there is no discomfort, only adjustment. LUCEN moves toward natural cover, not out of fear, but efficiency. Beneath exposed roots and rock formations, the rain softens. The sound changes, from impact to rhythm. Here, LUCEN waits, still, observing. Occasionally, it shifts position, extends a paw into the rain, tests the environment. This is not curiosity, this is calibration. When the rain begins to fade, the forest does not return to normal immediately. The ground holds memory. Water remains in shallow pools. Air thickens with moisture. LUCEN steps back into the open. Its movement leaves visible traces now. Footprints, displaced water, subtle disturbances in the terrain. Nothing is hidden, but nothing is wasted. As evening approaches, light fades once again. The cycle continues. Darkness returns, slowly, not as absence, but as transformation. At night, the forest changes its rules. Visibility drops. Sound becomes primary. LUCEN moves differently now. Slower, more controlled. Each step is quieter. Each movement more calculated. In the distance, something shifts. Not visible, but present. LUCEN stops. Head tilts slightly. Ears adjust independently. This is where its advantage lies. Not in strength, not in speed, but in perception. A subtle distortion in the air, barely noticeable. Not light, not energy, but presence. A biological sensitivity to the environment, a way of reading what cannot be seen. LUCEN does not react. It understands and chooses not to engage. Because survival is not about confrontation, it is about choice. Eventually, even this awareness fades into stillness. LUCEN settles, body low to the ground, breathing slow. Rest is not weakness, it is preparation. Hours pass, unseen, unmeasured, and then light returns. At first, faint, cold, distant, then gradually stronger, warmer. The forest awakes again. LUCEN rises. There is no hesitation, no transition, only continuation. The same terrain, the same patterns, the same decisions, but not the same moment. Because in the wild, nothing repeats exactly, even when it appears to. From an elevated ridge, LUCEN pauses, looking out across the valley, not as a ruler, not as an observer, but as part of the system, a presence shaped by it, and shaping it in return. Then, without urgency, it moves on, down into the landscape, into the same paths, the same patterns, the same life. And within moments, it is gone. Not vanished, just no longer seen. The valley remains, unchanged, but never empty, because somewhere within it, LUCEN is still there, watching, listening, adapting, and the cycle continues.